Okay.
Okay,
good.
so first of all, can you tell us who you are, what's your company, and why you had the opportunity to create this? It's very impressive.
Thank you very much. My name is Binh Tran. I'm a co-founder and CTO of Klout. Joe, my other co-founder, and I started the company in March 2009. His jaw was wired shut, and basically his only connection to the outside world was via social media. And he was able to kind of figure out, like, even though he wasn't able to talk, his voice was being heard, and people were actually acting on his content. So for us, that was kind of like the spark that started this all. And so here we are now, looking at data on 3 different platforms: LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook, with the goal of getting to 20 different platforms by the end of the year.
Perfect. So what we have understood is that thanks to Klout, which is one of, let's say, the leader, but also one of the, I don't know the naming it, the precursor, like inventor of a new trends, you base your technology on giving a reputation on a person based on the fact that, I will not explain it. Can you explain us really concretely what you do?
It's not so much reputation, but influence. So we see influence as the ability to drive action. When you create content online, how do people act on it? So that, to us, represents the different signals of implied influence. So if you create something, when people act on it, you're driving them to do something. Because of social media, we're now in an attention economy. Who do you pay attention to? There's so much noise, so much data out there. So influence drives that attention. And because influence drives that attention, being the company or the person to be able to measure that, you're effectively able to drive and measure real social capital. So how to really help people understand how to engage others more effectively, as well as understand their reach, their ability to drive action.
Okay. During our very, very valuable meeting, we discovered that you concentrate on both fields, which are B2B and B2C. I want just now to come back on a specific vertical domain, which is one of I do represent, which is political work, the governmental work. So we've understood a few years ago, that Twitter, Facebook, and so on was a good opportunity for the president to become president, like we've heard last meeting with the government. So do you think that these kind of tools, this kind of technology you are making, could be a real good point for them, and a real tool?
I think it's absolutely valuable for anyone creating content, for anyone being able to understand how people are acting upon your words. If you are creating content based on a particular topic, and it's driving a certain type of action, understanding that and measuring that makes you more effective the next time you create content. For example, if you want to have lots of discussions, you might want to talk about something controversial, and understanding and measuring. Okay, well, when you create this type of content during this time of day, reaching these type of people, you know how that information traveled, how people acted on it. So on the political side of things, that's just another channel for people to create content. How to become more engaging. If the President of the United States wanted to elicit feedback on healthcare reform, he might create content in a particular different way, or reach out to different types of people that drive that type of conversation. If he just wants to get the word out about particular campaigns or topics, he might create content in a different way. So yes, I believe politics is definitely should be looking at tools and understanding how they engage people, and Klout helps them to do that.
Last question, in order to save your time. So I heard very interesting keywords during the meeting. I'm an engineer, so I heard about scientists. So and 2 trends and 2 other keywords which are very important for us, at least on technology, which are next big thing, next social network like Web 2.0, and the Web 2.0 is big data, semantic webs. You are explicitly, according to me, dealing on that area, and I heard that you have within your team a few scientists, which is different from the Valley where we just have engineers. So can you tell us about your opinion on those 2 trends, semantic data and big data, and
Definitely.
those topic of scientists?
Yeah, and in both areas they converge. With engineering and big data, the ability to collect information and provide a platform for people to mine and pull information out. That's the whole engineering side of things. But once you have this data, how to make meaning of it, how to understand the impact of it, or what it really means, is the algorithmic on the science approach. So for us, on one side of the coin, it's really understanding when you create something, what kind of signals are gathered. So that's a big data part. The other side is semantic processing on the topics, as well as our scoring. So we use machine learning algorithms to not just pull topics out of content, semantic analysis and NLP, but also to generate scores, as well as classifications to understand if are you a bot or are you human. Are you a spammer or not? You know, those type of things. And as well as we have something called K-class, which helps people understand what kind of communicator are you. So I might be a curator because I take someone else's content and I share it with my friends. If I create original content and I drive a lot of action in a particular way, I might be a thought leader. So all those type of models are driven by creating a machine learning classification, machine learning model, and applying data in a feedback loop into it. So it constantly evolves and gets better and better.
Just conclude, for those who are not technicians like us understanding all those keywords like natural language processing and so on, I really love your example about the giants. Can you just tell us back about that idea of, I'm talking about the giants, I'm smart enough to know that baseball team, I'll let you do words.
Sure, so it's really taking content in this particular example, text, and you can break it out into noun, pronouns, and then be able to pull out, if I say I love the San Francisco Giants, you might be able to say San Francisco Giants coming out of that. But it's different to understand that you love baseball.
Yeah, and not the giant, which is the exactly of the McDonald's.
Or if I say I just read the King James, and then I might create something else that I like. I'm a very religious person. They might, from those two bodies of knowledge, I'm talking about I'm a very religious person. However, King James can also refer to a basketball player, so King James is often referred to a popular basketball player. But if I don't talk about basketball on my other pieces of content, then we know that, okay, we're talking about the Bible here or something. So it's taking different bodies of information and trying to extract meaning and breaking it down to some kind of ontology. We can say, okay, if I talk about the Honda Acura, we know it's not just a car, Honda Acura car, but we know it's a Japanese, smaller car. So the broader meaning, allowing people to understand that particular content more.
So to conclude, we can say that you are really on the wave of the Web 3.0.
Sure, you can call it however it is, but it's really understanding people and helping them create better.
Thank you so much for your precious time.
No problem.
And definitely we'll see you back.
Thank you.